Bo Burnam.
Are you a Bo Burnam fan?
Yeah.
Really?
Mostly.
Friend of the pod, Bo
Like,
Burnam.
Yeah.
I don't think Bo Burnham's all that funny.
I think he's very talented. You don't think he's funny? You don't think it's some...
I think he's talented. I just don't think he's all that funny.
I like what he does.
Shots fired, Bo
Take that,
Burnham.
Bo Burnham.
His
Come
live,
defend yourself on the
his
T-Boys.
live performances are a bit much. It's a lot. I mean, it's obviously super creative.
Yeah.
But I do think that inside the Netflix special, I think that was fucking genius and very funny.
I didn't watch
like it?
but
You didn't watch it?
No.
I thought it was fucking beautiful.
I think a lot of his like live stuff is more of like you have to be there type of thing. A lot of his
It's just
live
it
material.
looks like a very overwhelming experience.
Yeah.
You know, like you wouldn't want to be autistic because there's just a lot of stimulation.
Yeah.
Well, let's get down to brass tacks here,
down
people.
to brass
Welcome to Paradizo Films.
Welcome
Yes.
to Paradiso.
Welcome to the
Welcome back.
to the P-Boys podcast. We have
to the
Joseph
Joe Rogan Experience.
here. We have Matt Yaari, Matt Lemonsack, and our guest for today, Malachi Blades.
Yep. Our special guest,
Malachi
Malachi Balades.
Blades. I was laughing about that for the whole rest of the night.
Really?
Yeah.
Black Mennonite.
Yeah, black, Hispanic, Jewish Mennonite.
Little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What did I
Whole
miss?
stew of.
I told
Paul.
Paul that my last name is pronounced Blades and I'm Hispanic, and he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I sold it. I sold it really well. I didn't crack. Did I smile at all?
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
This was the first time you met Paul?
No, this
or
was
afterwards?
many times. This is like he just
Yeah,
never,
no, he's
You've
just kind
been,
of
like layering it. Like, by the way, it's Blades.
yeah.
Okay.
No, this was the first time you said Balades.
Yes, yeah. This
But
was the first time he
this
said.
Isn't the first
Blades.
time you've met him?
No. This isn't the first time I met him.
He's just kind of retarded.
Yeah, and so he introduced me as Malachi Blades yesterday at Dewey.
But up until then, he's been calling you Blades.
He's only been calling me Malachi,
He's just been saying Malachi.
which I thought was funny because I've never met someone who was confused by my last name and not my first.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they were fine with my
People get
first name.
confused with the first name?
No, but I think
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. I would
you
call it-
initiated the Balades because he just asked, "Is your last name actually Blades?" And then you said, "No."
He
it's
said, "How do you
Balades."
say your name?"
Did he say that?
Yes, he said, "How do you say your name?"
Oh, okay.
But speaking of, I went to because I always put my name in for pickup orders as Mal. I went to Chick-fil-A today, and the guy I put my name in as Mal. He fucking says Mall.
Fucking
Isn't it?
idiot.
You can't even say
Asshole.
Mall. I never get mad if someone mispronounces Malachi, but Mall pissed me off.
Yeah.
I would probably do mall.
I was
Really?
like, "Are you? It's M-A-L."
I would go Mal. Yeah.
Yeah, if like I just thought that was like a full name, I wouldn't be like, "Hey, what's up, my
I
Mal?"
don't think that's something that is worth getting upset over. I don't know.
No, dude, it's
Mall,
100% worth.
MAL called it Mall.
No, I've just never had anyone mispronounce
Yeah, I, mean,
Mal.
I have a way more popular name than you do, and every time I've gotten Starbucks, it's been spelled wrong. So
Really?
yeah,
I got to be honest. I don't know if the E is before or after the S or even there.
there you go.
Well, that's retarded.
I've never met a Joseph before.
You never met a Joseph before?
No.
You don't need to meet a Joseph to read the word Joseph. It's written in a lot of places.
It is.
Biblical.
All right. Is it before? Is it there or not?
Find out next week on an episode of the
How do you
P-Boys.
spell Joseph?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
People really want to know.
Joesph. Joseph.
Sure.
All right.
So I don't know. Do we have any topics for this week? What what stuff we want to talk about?
Oh my God. How could we forget Kanye with the T-shirts?
Oh yeah, the
Oh, you wanna
Kanye,
talk about it? Yeah.
Nazi shirts.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fun. That's, Kanye's always in the news one way or the other.
I saw
Right.
this. I saw this one tweet that his wife divorced him.
Sure.
And it was like a TMZ report of like Kanye's wife divorces him, and the tweet response was it something he said? I just lost my shit at that.
That is funny. Yeah, I can't believe that Kanye and Kim didn't work out.
I know.
No, this is his new
This
wife.
is his new wife.
Bianca.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Either way.
I didn't even know he got married again.
Yeah. That was,
Yeah, no, he already got
meant
married.
for longevity. I thought. It
And he was
true
making
love.
her like walk around naked and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, what's the point of having a wife if you're not making her walk around?
Exactly.
naked?
Yeah.
He's a believer in God. That's some biblical shit. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's-
But yeah, I
that's
bought
halal.
one of the shirts.
Oh,
So time out. Did
Yeah.
he divorce her because she wouldn't want to walk around naked?
No, she
anymore?
divorced him
Well,
because
that's just un-American.
He's like a fucking psycho control freak.
did any of you guys go to the Dirty Show?
No.
No, I'm
Fuck
gonna
no,
be
baby.
doing a spot there on Friday.
You're doing a spot there.
Yeah.
Have fun with that. Everything I've heard about it is like,
Wait, which dirty show?
so there's the Dirty Show, which is like an annual naked art festival at the Russell Industrial
Is that the one you're
Center.
talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Jeremy, friend of the show, Jeremy Hansen, is hosting a comedy. Oh yeah, he drew a picture and he put a.
No, he looks like a leprechaun in that picture.
But he's hosting a comedy show there, and everything I've heard about it is like the place is insane and everyone bombs, but it's like an experience.
I look forward to it.
What kind of
Y'all should come.
experience is that?
An experience where
Everybody bombs?
an experience where everybody bombs and people have their dicks and tits out.
Yeah, it's not a comedy environment.
Everyone has
Yeah.
their
So it's
dicks
just
and
It's
the
an
tits.
erotic environment.
Time out.
It's the independent, yeah.
Wait. Who?
All right.
What the audience whips out their dicks and their tits?
Yeah, everybody there.
Yeah, because it's a strip club connected to it.
No, it's not a strip.
I thought it was a strip club.
There's a strippers there, but it's not a strip. It's at the Russell Industrial Center. You know that like big warehouse that's like right off of 75?
Yeah, I didn't know there was anything inside of there.
It's an event center and like they do concerts and shit, but they're doing
I've
this
heard that,
this like art exhibit thing, but it's just nudity, just everybody's
Dude, I want to
nude.
do that show.
Yeah,
know
how do
the
you get
people
booked
go to
for that?
that.
I don't see
Just ask
you guys
Jeremy.
do some comedy.
Wait, dude,
Just
if
ask
I
Jeremy.
could I do stand up completely naked?
Just ask Jeremy.
There's
I
a
don't know.
place in Brooklyn where they do that.
Yeah, I know you're talking about that.
Yeah,
before.
somebody sent me a link to that.
Dude, I would love to do naked stand up.
I've thought
Just
about
do it,
it.
do it.
I would do it one, just to
Yeah,
We
just to
talked
do
about
be
it.
that vulnerable.
Lemon
Yeah.
and I were talking about like when we were doing the studio open mic, like making that one of the challenges. But that's a quick,
Wait, what?
like you have to like take off your clothes like for one of the challenges.
We
All of your
literally made that one
clothes?
of the challenges shirtless.
We made one of the challenges shirtless. Yeah,
Who
I
was
guess we did
shirtless?
do that.
Who
No
was
one,
shirtless?
no one
this,
spun it.
This is naked.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, dude, I want to be butt ass naked. That would be so funny, dude.
I guess
Yeah,
it wouldn't
that would
be
interesting.
illegal.
It'd
in
be one of
here.
the. Okay, so
It wouldn't be illegal.
I don't think so. Well, because this isn't really public. This is kind of private.
Right,
I don't
yeah.
know, it's a gray area.
Well, if it's private, then it would be legal.
Yeah,
You tell me I can't get
Yeah.
naked in a private
Yeah.
event. Well,
Yeah,
then
exactly.
what
if
the
we
fuck
all
do?
wanted to be naked right now, no one would stop us.
Yeah, let's just prove
Yeah.
that we can fuck. All right, same. Where are we going with that?
Not doing that.
Oh, speaking of naked.
Naked comedy. yeah.
So we know
Scott Courtney.
So Jason Vest.
Oh yeah, that's
does the
right.
Butthole show.
Yeah,
And Ronnie was on the first one. Ronnie Rohrbeck, right?
Friend of the
was
show.
on it?
Yeah, he like last minute joined the prettiest butthole competition.
Yeah.
And he showed everybody his butthole. And he actually said that in doing that, it was like a big, kind of like a confidence booster. Because if you could be that like vulnerable, like it
Yeah.
almost made him better at stand up.
Yeah.
So if
Yes.
you do stand up naked, it would just make you that much more fearless on stage.
There's shows in Chicago I've seen where they do like
They do naked shows?
Yeah,
Fuck me, I'll have to do it one of these days.
yeah.
I genuinely think maybe
of
this
people
is
with
a
trips to
crazy opinion, but obviously we wear clothes for warmth, but like we're not meant to be wearing clothes as much as we are.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like I think like
Very
our
much conditioned.
Yeah.
yeah, I think like our natural state is supposed to just be chilling naked in a warm area.
Well,
Our
it
natural
provides
state-
some protection because like you don't want your like dick to be
Right,
dragging around on
exactly.
stuff and your
Exactly.
feet.
For like warmth and everything and protection,
By the
but
way,
like
just so everyone knows, I've been getting some complaints about messing with the microphones. So
Oh.
can we try not to do that too much?
But yeah, like I think obviously it would make you more. I think the reason why people are so anxious not only is because all the shit that's in our food and like all the other random, like we're not meant to be working 9 to 5s and shit, but like you're like there's there's so much social conditioning and like we're just so far away from who we're supposed to be as like humans.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I've been thinking about that, and it's an idea that I've read about like a long time ago, back when I was in college. That like you should start with when you think about how you live your life.
Yeah.
That should be heavily informed by like hunter-gatherer lifestyles.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you should fucking be a hunter-gatherer necessarily if you don't want to.
Right.
But like the way you eat, the way you approach a lot of things, like that is where your body came from.
I always think about it like this, where especially
propaganda.
always we're all like, we all do stand up, we all like perform and stuff. Art has been a thing since forever.
Yeah.
Like entertainment has been a thing forever.
Yeah, storytelling.
Yeah, and I think that's super. I think the reason why it's so fulfilling is because like that's straight up just what people are meant to do. And that's like the most confident person in the tribe is someone who tells a story, is someone who is connected to history or is telling an entertaining story or is making something. And I think that's why it brings me so much joy to do stand up or act or whatever is because I know that's what I'm meant to be doing.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's one of several things.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
It definitely is one. I mean, if you think about it again, going back to hunter-gatherers,
Yeah.
anywhere in the world, well, number one, there's hunters, so there's, big, strong men going around and killing animals and bringing it back to eat.
Yeah.
And then there's like a drum circle and people dancing around and telling stories around a fire. Like, that's what you did for entertainment.
Yeah. So
It was usually like the elder who like lived the longest was like always the one who would be like that storyteller and like
one
pass
with the most
tradition.
Right, well, yeah, the most, exactly. The
Yeah.
oldest one is the one who's got the most experience and, has the most.
but think about like bards and shit too in like the Middle Ages, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, bards.
That's a thing. I've never heard that word.
Well, that's like
Bard,
would
like a
be
guy who plays the lute, who goes to bars and
like a
stuff.
jester.
Yeah, BARD, like a jester, but a traveling bard would like play the lute.
Okay.
That's the
And
thing with
they would
like
sing
these
songs.
alpha guys is like a lot of them take it too far, but I think the sentiment is there that like they're hitting on something, they're just not hitting on it the right way.
These alpha, like Andrew Tate.
Yeah, like those types of guys who are like talking about we got to go back to our ancestral ways, we got to like, go back to a time, blah blah blah. I think they're right to a degree.
There's some native instincts that we should
Yeah.
embrace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't be eating like processed shit or like living in like matrix shit. That, sadly that's the society we live in, and so there's not really a way to change that.
Right.
But also like
Well, there's not.
we shouldn't be like jerking off. We shouldn't be like eating
Yeah, we
McDonald's.
Amen. I've been on
you
that.
You can if you want to, but
You can if you want
do
to,
that
but that's
too
not
much,
like-
then you'll be
The o-
fucking depressed.
The only time you should really ejaculate is if you're having sex with a woman.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. This is on the Patreon episode, so if anyone wants to tune into that one to see it, to learn about my thoughts on sex. But you guys, well, I guess we're talking about it now. But you guys disagree that it's not that procreation
dude.
isn't the only purpose for sex.
No, procreation is not the only
well, it's not
purpose
the
for
only
sex, but
purpose.
coming, the only purpose for coming is it should be in a woman.
Yeah,
But you should,
That's not necessarily procreation.
yeah. But jerking off is
And
probably bad.
It
for
also
you.
doesn't mean that procreation is the only purpose, right? It's also a bonding experience.
It's a bonding experience, but other animals too, out in the wilderness. It like our ancestors had sex for fun.
yeah.
Joseph, real quick.
Yeah, monkeys
Can
still
you
do.
zoom this camera in. Just bring it a little closer to. There you go. That's better.
But yeah, animals have sex for fun all the time.
Yeah, I know animals have sex for fun, but what I'm getting at, like what I was getting at was like the only I guess end product of sex is to feel good or to create a baby.
Yes.
And really what it should just be is to only have a baby. Like
I don't get where that statement is coming from. Why should it only be creating a baby? Well, think about the number of times people have had sex, and probably most of those times did not make babies.
yeah, but it should be with like the intention of having a baby.
Why is
Why
that?
should be? Where's the let's explore the
hot
word
take.
should here.
All right, let's get
Right?
into it.
Why?
Is this
why
a
should
religious
it
thing?
be for the intention of making a
I think outside of religious, like a lot of religions adopt it, but I think outside of religion, it's like there's the only one product of sex is baby.
Or herpes.
The only one product of sex is a baby.
Yeah. Other than that, it's
Yeah, but it's also like I
it's
said,
Do you have
like
sex with your wife?
blasphemous sex.
other than that, it's a blasphemous.
Yeah.
I don't think it necessarily is at all. Because so
All it says, all the
It's-
Bible
it's
says is
spilling
sex
seed.
before
so once
marriage.
you're done, yeah, but your seed's gonna spill itself.
I know I know your seed is going to spill itself, but I'm saying that if we're going off the idea of like the purpose of sperm is to
Make babies.
make babies,
Okay.
then the only purpose for sex is to make babies. I'm not making any judgments or saying that like
let's think about like food then, right?
Yeah.
The purpose of food is nutrition, but it's also a pleasurable experience.
Yeah, like
it's
fucking
also
ice
the
cream.
experience of the food. It's also
yeah, but ice cream isn't natural.
right, but even hunter gatherers.
Yeah.
It's the process from start to finish. Like going out and hunting, again, is a bonding experience between the hunters.
Sure.
You're solving problems. It's physical exertion. Once you kill the animal, it's very rewarding, right? And when they talk to hunter-gatherers, they say, like, what was your favorite, best experience of your life? It's, the time that I made, like, the biggest kill in my life, and I fed the whole tribe, right? So even as a hunter, going and getting all this food is more than just putting nutrition into your own body. It serves it is that, but it's also these other things, and it's the same thing with sex.
I don't know. I think that's because if we're looking at like hunter gatherer in the same lens as like sex, having sex, I think just the eating is what you would consider the equivalency. And like your body only needs a certain amount of food to sustain itself.
Okay.
Anything above that is unnecessary. That's the point I'm trying to make about sex, is that like
What is more sex detrimental beyond a point, beyond
Sex is super
Yeah,
healthy.
how is it a bad thing?
I'm not saying it's detrimental. I'm just saying it's going against the purpose.
I'm not sure it is. Because in addition, it serves the other purpose of bonding and connection.
Sure.
What's bad?
But I think
about-
that's just human emotions and like conditioning.
yes.
I think it's human emotions and conditions.
Yeah.
Sure. But it's also
If we're talking like strictly biology, then like the only purpose of sex is to have a baby.
I guess.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
it though. But like, what are you arguing?
You know what? What I will say is this: I think maybe the purpose doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because like the purpose of having sex, from your perspective, yes, biologically, it serves other purposes if we're conditioned to do it. But maybe it doesn't fucking matter.
I'm not saying people shouldn't have sex or people shouldn't do whatever. I'm just speaking
from your own, because you don't have sex.
I never have sex.
Yeah, I've never had sex either.
Yeah.
And that's just sort of my perspective.
Right, yeah.
You know?
We have the same perspective because
Yeah.
we don't have sex.
Yeah, Matt has actually, Yaari has actually had negative sex.
Right, yeah.
That's right.
Taking away sex from people.
I've stopped Joseph from
Right,
I'm imagining like a Catholic like priest who runs into bedrooms of people having sex. They're like,
Guys,
stop
it.
Yeah,
Stop
like
it.
a
Just
Batman
does
of
a
sex.
cock
Yeah.
block. Yeah. I'm a well-known cock block.
Yeah, I've
Right,
saved
yeah.
millions of lives
Yeah.
From
from going to hell.
So
Yeah,
much
Can
I see that?
fornication that I've
This,
been
sure.
into.
yeah. Sex is evil. Every time I put my penis in a vagina, I throw up.
I mean, here's the thing. Fuck whoever you want or do whatever you want with your dick or vagina.
Or asshole.
Or asshole. But
Or mouth.
or mouth.
Eardrum too.
But just know
maybe-
you're spilling seed.
Wait, here's a
And you have a
plot point.
finite amount of seed. You're
Here's a-
wasting it.
Here's a plot point.
You have a
So
but it
hold
wasn't-
on,
it wasn't gonna do anything
this
productive.
is big. This is huge.
What?
So the only point of the male orgasm is to come and procreate.
Sure.
Why do women come then?
They don't. That's the thing.
What?
Yeah, women don't come. Women don't come. Everyone knows
We have a
this.
female
That's
orgasm
astute
denier.
Point,
Yeah.
Lemonsack, because
Who has the?
also, if we're gonna get into like some religious aspects, so in Judaism, did you know that a woman can divorce her husband if he doesn't satisfy her sexually?
Really?
Pretty dope.
Right,
Damn.
in Judaism.
I always think
What
it's.
the fuck's the point of that? That's more than just babies.
I always see something like that, especially with weird religious rules. I always like to think about how, like, back to social conditioning, how that affects like certain cultures. You know what I mean? Like, just that little tidbit in like Jewish rules. How much has that changed Jewish men's importance on pleasing the woman in sex, where they might not even think about it in the act of sex, but they might think about it in like that value might already be ingrained in them. Am I making sense?
This is what happens when we don't have a guest is we talk seriously about sex.
Yeah.
I think this is a fun conversation.
This is a fun conversation.
Can you say what you just said again?
I have had
I don't
sex.
understand it.
So like, okay,
Just to clarify.
in Jewish culture,
3 times.
Yeah.
do you think because of that rule, Jewish culture, without them even having to emphasize that rule,
What do you
It is-
what do you mean without them having to emphasize that rule?
like let's say you're a
Putting
Jewish,
that in as a caveat.
you're
Like
a
if a guy
Jewish
didn't
person.
have to worry about making
Whoa!
a girl come.
If a Jewish person had never heard that in Jewish law a woman can divorce a man for not sexually satisfying her. Let's say there's a Jewish guy who never heard about that.
Okay.
But that value is so ingrained into Jewish culture that he subconsciously is already emphasizing more.
I don't think that value is just inherently ingrained in Jewish culture at all. It's kind of, well, let's put it this way. I mean, Jews been around for a minute, right? And
Too long, I say.
Deal with it.
Kanye would agree.
So it's not like they're telling like little kids that that's a rule once they get married. It's kind of like
Right. I did that
once
and I
you
got
get-
into a
once
lot of
you-
trouble.
Once you get married,
Yeah. If you do some digging,
so we're talking about like real religious people at this point, right?
Yeah.
So your everyday Jew doesn't fuck with that shit,
Right.
You know,
I'm never making a cum.
so,
I
talk about-
never do.
so
the black suit
we're
bros.
talking about the Jews with the hats and the things and the beards.
Yeah.
So like they grow up as kids, there's no sex at all. They're
Right.
not supposed to have any kind of thing. And then you get married.
Malachi.
And then when you get married, you start talking to the rabbi. So the rabbi wears many hats, not just a black one.
Yeah.
He was
Not a literal
black
hat.
one, and he's yammed up underneath.
Sometimes I wear a sombrero.
Yeah, there you go. In certain parts of the world.
Right.
A Mexican rabbi.
And then he
tells the woman.
tells them how to have sex. He does. He explains it, and he like gives them
Gives them
sexual
pointers.
advice.
Put your gefilte fish inside of a bagel.
Let me show you how to fuck her like this.
Let me have sex with your wife to show you
And
better.
they have to give him reviews.
Basically, yeah, that's how it all goes down.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
imagine like not making your wife come, and then you go to the rabbi to talk about it. He's like,
Yeah,
"Well,
can't make her
give
come."
me a try. Divorce him and just give me a
And
try."
then he just fucking smashes her.
Yeah.
Divorces him. Like, I didn't know that was an option.
Wait, can rabbis have sex?
It's not her. It's
Rabbi, yes. They almost like have to.
They have to.
Yeah.
Why? Wait, why do they have to?
Because it's like that's part of Jewish marriage.
To procreate.
Rabbis have to. Oh, wow.
Well, you also have to satisfy your wife.
But rabbis are required to have a wife?
If you're religious, yeah.
Really?
That's a good example.
Yeah. We're talking again when
What about the gay ones?
well, they're not religious. I mean, they're religious in their own way, but
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
talking
I
about-
love
we're talking
dick.
about buy the fucking book.
Yeah.
They satisfy their
fucking
partners.
Yeah, buy like super religious. Yeah, there's no such thing.
You know what book interests me is what's the
Book of
Kama Sutra, isn't it? The book about sex, the Indian book about
Yeah.
sex.
Indian.
Yeah.
Never read it.
I've never read it because I don't like making women come or feel
Sure,
any good
right.
emotion.
Not Jewish.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm so anti-Semitic. I'd never let my wife come.
Maybe that's why
wife never
Kanye
come.
like would force his wife to walk outside naked was because he wants to like show the Jews like, look, I tell this bitch what to do and I
Yeah.
don't let her come.
Yeah,
I want to make you all come.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
I'm gonna come.
Imagining Kanye only hating Jews just because he can't make his wife come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might
Which
honestly
came
that
first?
might be like true. We might have like stumbled across something.
Yeah, he's gonna find this video.
You
Yeah.
think he hates the Jews because he can't make his wife? Like, what's the chicken or the egg in this scenario?
He couldn't make his wife come, and then he had some annoying Jew like you tell him that rule.
I actually
He went to his
personally
rabbi
did
and-
tell him that
Yes.
rule.
Hey, Kanye, just
And ever
giving you a
since
call.
then, he's been ranting about the Jews.
Yeah.
That's what
I think
started.
yeah, maybe he like read somewhere that like Jews are required to make their wives come. And then that's when he turned on the Jews is he's like, I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you think anyone can just?
I feel like Kanye definitely has a small dick.
Oh, for
He's
sure.
got small dick
yeah.
energy, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, he for sure is
So
small
super
dick.
small dick. You know who loves making women come is Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Every single song
yeah.
he's ever made talks about eating pussy.
Yeah, he loves to make women come. You know who, local drama, you know who has a small penis?
Who?
Gabe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
have you seen it?
No, I'm just making this up right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does.
So it's
he does talk.
We've almost seen
Unverified?
it.
It's unverified. Yeah.
Well,
You know who else does, according to his stand-up set? It's
Who?
Joel Fragomeni. Talks
I could have
every
told you
time
that.
He gets on stage.
Really?
Yeah.
we were hanging out with Gabe.
Surprising because he's got big dick energy. If anybody ever did.
Joel?
Okay.
We were hanging out with Gabe.
Call it sarcasm.
And he
boys.
was in his underwear, and there wasn't a dick poking out of like the leg holes. So, just saying.
does your dick always poke out of the leg hole?
Oh, there should be both.
And he was wearing a thong, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was wearing a thong and like there was no dickage, no trunk.
yeah, no bulge,
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Is he a woman?
Wouldn't that be funny if
might be
Gabe
a
was
woman,
trans
yeah.
this
The
whole
question
time?
is, what is a woman?
Yeah. That's
More than
No,
a
that'd
woman.
be so
More
funny.
than a woman to me.
Someone who
if
needs to
Gabe
come.
was trans, and then we found out that all his jokes about his dick were a lie. he just built a stand-up career.
His small
of
dick is
talking
just
about
his
his
fat
dick.
clit.
Yeah. That would be pretty good.
That would
Gabe,
be funny.
I saw him at New Way yesterday, and he kept trying to get me to do his podcast after New Way, and I'm like, I'm leaving. I don't want to do it.
Immediately after.
Yeah, but I felt bad.
Wait, I was supposed to do it after New Way.
I did it right before.
Yeah, was he trying to have us both on the same podcast?
Yes, yeah. I kept giving him
That would
shit
suck.
for no reason. I kept giving him shit for I was like, Gabe, you're rude. I kept calling him rude and mean, and he's like, dude, I don't know what I did wrong.
What did anything prompt you calling?
No, I just
messing
thought it was a
with him?
funny bit. Yeah, I was just fucking with him.
Yeah.
And then he kept trying to explain himself, and he was like, dude, I just
He
mess with
was
you because I think it's
at the
fun.
shit show the other day, and
Yeah.
literally everyone was just taking turns roasting him while he was on stage.
It was
about
the
his
best set of the
appearance.
night
Yeah.
ever. Everyone just shitting on Gabe. And then they had to they're like, we're going to give you a fresh 3 minutes because his full time was just shitting on him. And everybody was laughing. And then he tried to do his set.
Did he bomb?
He didn't even do a joke. He did a thing where he pulled out a piece of paper and
Yeah, he started off with that.
unrolling it, and that was the joke, was that there was
That was
nothing on
probably
the
his best
list.
bit that
Yeah.
had a long piece of paper.
It was actually pretty funny.
Yeah. It was pretty funny,
It was-
but
it was-
I
it was
think
cute.
what we were saying was funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was-
Damn, Gabe is
overall,
so funny.
Yeah.
It was a
We
good
had a
night.
good podcast yesterday. It was fun.
Really?
What do you guys talk about?
There's a little bit of conspiracy, a little bit of flat Earth, a little bit of philosophy.
Oh, are you a flat earther?
Borderline.
Really?
Whoa.
Really?
Unfortunately, yes.
Why?
Why do you believe the earth is flat?
Because I did ayahuasca and the spirits told me that
The
it was
spirits
flat.
told you.
Really?
That's
I think
part
that
of
was
it.
just in your subconscious and it got released and misinterpreted.
Are you
It's
serious?
in everybody's subconscious.
Well, yeah, if you've been exposed.
What,
to
uh,
it.
Unfortunately, I really wish I wasn't.
What do you mean the
What
earth?
would prove to you that it wasn't?
What would prove to
Like
me,
if you flew out into space?
if I flew out into space, if I, well, one thing I would want to do is study the constellations because I think that that's a pretty big red flag, quite frankly.
Chart.
What do you mean? Is
Well,
a
you'd
red
have to like
flag?
chart them.
Yeah, you have to chart the.
The stars are what shows us is the biggest proof that the Earth is round without having to go to space.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
It
How
moves.
so?
It moves.
The stars?
Yes, if the Earth was flat, you would look up and you'd see the same star tomorrow, the next day, but it goes up at an angle.
The earth is flat, the sky is round.
It goes up as an angle.
Yes, so if you look up at a
Tell
star
me this:
right now,
why? How come the stars don't move across the sky like the sun does?
because
sun
they're so
doesn't
far
move.
away you
We're-
can't see it move.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
That's depth perception.
No, that doesn't.
That's depth perception.
If something's far, okay, so
What the
this
fuck?
is very close to me, and that light is very far away, right?
Yes.
So if I'm rotating around, this picks up on one side, and then just because that's far away, it still moves across my field of vision.
Do you know how slow? Do you know
Yeah,
how
but you're
fast
also
they are?
moving around.
If you are right there,
Mm-hmm.
and let's just say that light down there
Okay.
That is just proportionally, that is just from Earth to Venus. The sun is that spire all the way out there. So if that spire started moving, you would see it very slowly move, even if it's moving at 5 miles or like 10 miles an hour. But you'd see it
Also,
slowly
there's some
move 'cause it's
constellations you can't see certain times of year.
Also, if something's farther away, it should move faster.
No, it should move. It should appear slower.
Why?
Who are you saying no to?
To him.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
When you see,
Okay.
Let's get a piece of.
Look at the picture. Look at the picture of Jeremy. Literally, look at the picture of Jeremy.
Yes.
There's this vast universe, and you're looking at all of it, right? You're looking at all these galaxies, you're looking at a lot of shit that's really far away, right?
yes,
More shit that you're looking at, right? But it's the same speed at all.
do you know how fast the Earth is moving?
It's like 1,000 miles an hour.
Millions of miles an hour,
Not millions.
bro. Hundreds of thousands bare minimum.
I don't
It's
think
moving
it's
very
millions.
fast.
I don't think it's millions.
If it was
Spinning around?
okay, if it was millions, we'd be flying off.
Gravity.
It's spinning around or going
There's
around the
also
Earth,
some things with
or
gravity.
going around the sun, or spinning around.
I'm talking about the rotation,
Rotation. Okay, then it's not millions. Yeah. How
and I don't think the
Fast
eclipse
is
not
Earth's-
the eclipse.
rotation?
Wait, what?
This is insane, dude. I thought I still think that you're smart, but you are a retard right now. This is retarded.
All right.
Is it?
Yes.
Look at the picture of Jeremy on the
You've been-
window.
like this is just categorically wrong. You've been wrong on everything.
I don't know about that.
It moves slower the farther you are
What?
away.
Why would it?
Wait, so well, how do you believe that the Earth is flat?
How do I believe? What do you
Let me explain it this way. If it's something's far away,
Yeah.
let's say my perception right now, 50% of my perception is this, and the other 50 is this, right? So if this moves even that much, that was fast and just took out 25% of that eye's vision. Does that make sense? Are you with me? But if I'm looking out this way, if something moves like that just as fast, not only will I not really be able to see it, but also it will look slower because it's taking up less percentage of my sight. So the sun is close, like just for instance, the sun is closer to us than a galaxy that is light years away. So the galaxy isn't going to move because not only are we moving ourselves, the galaxy is moving so fast, yet is so far away that we can't perceive it because it's taking up a smaller portion of our sky.
Well, then it should only be in the sky for a very brief moment, but it's up the entire night.
Yeah, it's up the entire night because it's fucking huge.
It's up the entire night, but because it's fucking huge. I mean, not.
You lost
It's
me.
not
I
visually
have no
huge.
idea what
It's-
you
I
guys
mean,
are talking about now.
visually, I know that it's bigger than the sun, allegedly. But as far as
Allegedly?
what you see, as far as what you actually see, when you look up into the sky, right? The sun is bigger than whatever else we're seeing. The stars,
Yes.
right? Just one for one, right?
Yeah. So is the moon the same size as the sun?
I don't know.
Just stare at the sun and figure it out.
Could be. Who knows?
The sun's pretty big.
Okay, so what do you?
By the way, here's the other thing.
Please tell me you're doing a bit, dude.
This is not something that I have looked into with a tremendous amount of depth.
Really?
Correct.
Not a
By
lot
the
of
way, I
depth
don't think it's something
perception.
you've looked into with a tremendous amount of depth either.
Yeah, because I trust the science.
I don't,
Why?
because I don't trust institutions.
This has been a thing for hundreds of years.
That's what
I
they
think
say.
more than
Think
that.
about
That's what they
how
want you to
Well,
believe.
because originally, if I'm not mistaken, we thought
Here's
it was
the
a
thing.
globe.
Here's the
and then we
problem:
thought it was flat.
is you say this is the science, but you actually can't explain the science.
I've explained the science. You
No,
just
you haven't.
the science is
First of all,
explained.
everything that you just said was nothing about.
Wait,
the
so
scientific.
hang on. What shape do you think the Earth is?
I'm not sure.
What do you think a flat Earth looks like?
I don't know.
how are more people not falling off the ocean?
Why would they
more
hide
people
the
now.
shape of the Earth?
To make you feel irrelevant and disconnect you from God.
I already feel that way. With the Earth being round, I already feel that way.
That's the point.
Why would they
Yeah,
have
you
to
just
go
kind
the
of
extra step?
you just kind of proved.
No,
his
why
point,
would they have to
dude.
go the extra step of making it flat?
because of its
making
flat,
it round.
Here's why.
Well,
Right.
all right. So if I found out that
If it's flat,
Dude, you're programmed.
if it's
You're in the Matrix, dude.
All I'm saying is if it is flat, right? If
All right.
if Earth is definitely
Yeah.
flat, if it is flat, then we were definitely created by God and put here by a creator.
Sure.
Right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
is that
No,
like in the Bible?
I think that's a leap of judgment.
or like is that
If it's flat, how did we get here, and where did it come from?
If it's round, how did we
put
get here?
yourself. What's that?
if it's round, how did we get here?
Yeah,
The
it's the
shape
same question.
of
The shape
what
doesn't
we're on
matter.
I don't think
means
the science
nothing.
has provided an even reasonable explanation for how we got here. Quite frankly.
And that I'll agree with.
Okay.
But let's no pun intended circle back to the
Sphere.
spherical debate.
Yeah.
When something, in order for I can't do it. Let's say
sex.
that there's a ball of dough.
Okay.
That's great. I push it down.
Yeah.
This is flat. Now I'm making this flat.
Yeah.
In space, there's no gravity. There's no nothing.
Okay.
So when something in space is, you're really only going to see orbs in space. The only time that something is not an orb is if it's a chunk of another structure, like a planet. It will then smooth out to be a globe or a sphere, or if it's put up there by humans, like satellites. Okay. So when you're in space, how is it supposed to squish down flat if that breaks?
I think what Matt's implying is that
if it's flat, then your entire concept of space it gets thrown out the window.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But if
That
it's- if
flat,
it's-
there's no space. Space would only be above.
Yeah.
If it's a globe, though, like everything else, like I feel like we've decided that, not decided, but we found out everything's a sphere.
So like flat Earth is basically like there is no universe. It's just Earth and then like
Well, it's
shit
not that
above
there-
us.
I mean, there is a universe. We exist within it, but we've been lied to about the nature of it.
All right, who knows about it? Who knows the truth?
Who knows the truth?
Yeah. And how have they kept it a secret for this long? And how do they decide who's going to take on the knowledge?
The people at the top of the government and everybody who
Yeah, but that's
everybody
constantly
who holds more power than
that's constantly going in and out. There's constantly new people.
No, I
They're
think
all
I
keeping it a
will say
secret.
But, okay,
to Matt's
not
point.
in the top of the government.
I do think the Earth is round, but there has been people who have been in charge of everything for a lot longer than we've been
president
around.
and all-
Yeah, I do believe that.
They have nothing to do with it.
This is a great example. I didn't even need to look the first one up, which is gravity, but lunar eclipses.
I think that gravity. Well, okay. Again, I can't articulate all these arguments. It's not something that I'm super invested in, quite frankly. But again, gravity and eclipses and all these things, according to some people, make more sense.
Yeah, how does gravity how does gravity
Yeah, how
mean
does
that the
gravity
Earth
work?
is round?
No, tell me how
Because-
gravity works. Time out. Tell me how gravity works.
How gravity works?
How gravity works.
Well,
What is
things
pulling this object to the Earth?
because the Earth is bigger than this.
And how does that create a force?
Because the more mass you have, the more attractive you are.
How?
Because that's just how it works.
Because mass exists, it exerts some.
So if
There's
there's
very
no
detailed explanation.
mass out there in space, shit is just flying around, right?
Yeah.
But things when I can't put a physical description to it other than this, but that's not explaining the actual mechanism towards it. But you'll see out in space asteroids coming in and being sucked into the mass of Earth and then going into Earth and crashing into Earth. So this is trying to go to the core of Earth right now, but it can't because there's this table.
Okay.
So
It's like magnets and shit.
yeah, it's like magnets and shit. Yeah.
So explain. So tell me this: how does a helium? Why does a helium-filled balloon go up?
Because it's lighter than the oxygen.
It's
Electrons and protons and stuff.
If something is lighter than oxygen, then it's going to go up.
if something is lighter than so that.
Or I shouldn't say oxygen, the atmosphere we have here on
atmosphere.
Earth. Yeah.
Okay, so if it's lighter, it goes up. But then why is the force of gravity not pulling down on
Because gravity is one of the weakest forces in the universe. Gravity is one of the weakest forces on not only the Earth but just in space, and there are other things that are more powerful than that.
We're on a spinning ball that's moving at 1,000 miles an hour.
Depends on what way you're
Whatever
rotation.
speed.
Yes,
I'm talking about the rotation.
yeah, the rotation. Yeah,
1,000 miles an hour.
Yes.
So then, how is the liquids from the ocean?
our
moving
atmosphere
that
is dense.
fast?
Gravity.
Our atmosphere is dense.
Yeah, but I thought the gravity he just said was the weakest force.
Gravity.
How does
Still
how is it
stronger than
strong
us.
enough to-
It's our atmosphere that's keeping the water in, and gravity. So it's
Well, and
double.
also to Matt's point, the only reason that gravity is a thing is because people decided it was a thing.
yeah. Once we decide
There's
that
this
gravity is
universally
real,
agreed
I'm
upon and like
I'm already
proven.
Joseph, get me! I'm flying away. Get it? Because it
Yeah,
looked
I
like to
get
the camera.
I get it,
Gravity is
yeah.
what we call it, but there's definitely something that keeps us locked down. And
Here's the other thing. The other.
Sure, but someone
so they're saying
decided a
gravity-
mathematic equation that's gonna.
they didn't decide. They've
gravity is-
sat down and figured it out.
Gravity is what
They figured out what to tell people.
Gravity is what keeps the atmosphere around Earth, right?
Yes.
Keeps all the air molecules here around Earth, right? And then outside of that is a vacuum.
Yes and no. It's a vacuum. The space is a vacuum, but there is gravity around Earth that goes past our atmosphere. So there's gravity on the moon, there's gravity on Mars, there's gravity on the sun, and all these gravitational pulls are keeping us in our orbit. So yes, space is a vacuum the further you go, but gravity will still be very, let's say you're billions of miles away from any galaxy. There will be some small gravitational pull from the closest galaxy pulling you back towards them, but it'll be so weak that you're going to stay in a vacuum. So let's say you go right outside of our atmosphere, there's still Earth's gravity that's pulling you towards. It's not just, this is Earth's gravity, this is not.
So, do you think the planets don't exist?
Do you think astronauts are all liars?
I'm not sure.
And everyone in
I think
space programs?
astronauts are all, yeah, probably.
What about
Who
people
killed
in space
JFK?
programs?
Who killed the CIA or the FBI?
I think the CIA just let it happen. I don't think they did it. I think that guy actually killed him.
No, they actually orchestrated it. They had to.
They might have patsied him, but
So that means they did it.
no, not technically, because gravity.
Yes, gravity
Anyways,
killed JFK.
let's talk about.
No, I like this, dude. I like this episode. This
So
is the
like
most
your
fun.
argument seems to be like, if you can't like significantly prove me wrong, then you're
How does the sun
Not
set
right.
at
No,
different
I think
times?
his argument is
not
just
really
don't
my
trust the
argument.
people in charge. Is that?
And that's
Not really.
yeah, but
that's
No, my
I'm cool with
argument
that.
is it's more. First of all, everything that you've said so far is not anything that I didn't know before, right? And my point, all I'm saying is I'm more agnostic to it at this point.
I guess so. I guess a better point is, why do you think the Earth is flat?
Why do I think the Earth is?
Yeah, or why do you not?
No,
Why do you not know that it's round?
I don't actually know the shape.
so you find it plausible that it could be flat.
Yes.
And why do you feel that way?
That
Why
changes
do I
a
feel
lot.
that way? Well, I've heard some people talk about it, and they have broken down the science around the globe, and they have found some very significant flaws within it.
Like what?
Like a lot of the details that I haven't
Like
memorized.
the ocean stuff you said?
Things like that, but there's other little proofs, other mathematical proofs where they're saying the math just doesn't add up.
There's like curvature and shit.
I'm aware of that.
Every pilot would have to be in on it.
But the problem.
The accusation has been that a lot of pilots are aware of this.
Unless,
the problem is
Unless-
that
pilots, though.
to Matt's point, and what I'm sort of open to, is that this is this is all just what I'm open to. I can't even say it.
What are you open to?
These are very complex topics.
What I'm open to is that the idea that this is all just a Truman show, and that every time we get into an airplane, they just kind of shake it, and we don't actually go up into the sky. And then they just get some.
Just as plausible.
They get some Asian people to like come and like walk around in different clothes, and then
It's all just a simulator. It's a ride.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fair.
Actually, a paid actor.
They just paint other white people as Asian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're like, oh wow, China is so it's so
China's
cool,
beautiful.
and but it's really
It's just Hamtramck
Yeah.
in Beijing.
that I'm open to as being the case.
Yeah. Okay. That and I actually really believe that
Yeah.
because the math hasn't pointed out the fact that it is.
This could all just be a Truman Show.
Yeah.
They're all speaking another language, but I don't even know. I think they're just saying nonsense.
Yeah. Exactly. If
Exactly,
I don't
yeah.
understand what they're saying, then how am I supposed to know? That could have been
Yeah.
That was
French.
ska.
Dude, I went to this. I went to this fucking place that sells crepes in Traverse City. There's a real French lady. Who ran
Real
the-
French
a
lady.
Whoa,
real
they
French
make
lady.
Real
those?
France.
Yeah, from real France. Yeah,
How'd
and
she smell?
she smelled all right and was not a bitch.
She's
cool.
been
Like she was
Americanized.
like nice. Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah,
She still had her French accent.
yeah, she did. It's called Crepes and Co. for our Traverse City listeners.
There you go.
Incredibly good. It's incredibly good.
Okay.
Believe it.
Are you guys crepes fans?
French accents.
I fuck with crepes.
Yeah, I like
Did you
crepes.
say, how old was she?
Like her accent wasn't hot. She was like 60, I would say. A little younger
Was
than
she
60.
hot for a 60-year-old?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
So she wasn't like
She could have been
was
hot when she
younger?
was younger, yes.
Okay,
But
completely lost it.
yeah, where she's at now, no.
Okay.
No.
I haven't had a crepe in a long time. The last one I got, it was
you
like
constipated?
covered. Oh,
Thanks.
Hey, thanks.
son of a bitch. But it was like one of these like fancy crepes places, and they just drenched the whole thing in chocolate, and it just wasn't good.
No,
That's actually what I
had-
was about to ask. Like
Here's-
dessert crepes or like meal crepes?
I got a sweet crepe
That's
because
what's up.
Yeah,
but and here's what was on it. Here's what listen to this.
All right.
It was goat cheese on the inside.
Oh.
Isn't that good? Isn't that good?
Whoa.
And then
That's
it was honey. And then it was blueberries. And then just as a little extra crunch, they had a little bit of graham cracker on it. Like little crumbs of graham cracker.
I fuck with that.
Yeah, that was sweet, dude.
My go-to
You led
is,
with the goat cheese though.
my
Yeah, the
go-to
goat
is
cheese is
always
fire.
Nutella with strawberries and banana.
Yeah, no, that rules.
That's the classic.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
I like I also got the lemon one was good. It was but that one wasn't as good as what they like to call the sweet bee, which is the other one I was describing.
It's got honey.
It was
Is it considered cannibalism if you eat anything with lemons?
Yeah.
yeah.
Gravity.
So it's a yes.
All right, yeah.
You know what
next
I had
riff.
one time that was really good?
What?
A ice cream, but the cone was a crepe. It was messy as shit, but it was so good.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Might as well just make
Wow.
it like a pancake.
They did it a little hard, kind of like me right now.
Well done. Yeah.
But only
it
for
didn't fall
procreation.
apart, but yeah.
What a bundle. That's what it says here. But yeah.
Hey, but speaking of Jason Vest and his butthole competition, did you guys see him on
Let's
Kill
just
Tony?
cut the rest out.
Yeah,
no, dude, we have to keep that.
yeah.
I didn't see it now.
He kind of like blew up after his Kill Tony episode. Jason
Oh,
Vest.
look at him.
Jason Bates.
He was a local guy.
Yeah.
Oh, like a number of years ago. He was like in the military, and then he started like this butthole competition at this strip club in Jackson.
Jackson?
Something like that.
Oh wow.
Jackson or Grand Rapids or something. I think it's Grand Rapids.
Was
Is
it
he
Grand
funny?
Rapids? Maybe.
I literally saw him at Grizzlies. He was there with 6 to 10 people.
Yeah, but he's another example of like just crushing it on social media.
Yeah.
is your
Yeah.
Ticket, you know?
Yeah, that's his.
He does.
He does these like little sex things on social media, and
He's
What do you mean
very
sex
active.
things?
he spills his seed on social media.
Oh.
No, he just like tells like these stories. That was the thing. Did any of you watch his Kill Tony appearance or no?
I didn't see the full interview, but I saw his set.
Okay, well, he was like doing the type of stuff he does on his social media where he talks about like I went to a massage parlor in Jackson, Michigan, and I came all over the masseuse, whatever he talks about. But I always just assumed that stuff was made up and that he was just like making up these weird sexual kind of scenarios that he get himself into.
Okay.
But he was saying it on Kill Tony like it was all true.
Yeah.
And so if it is all true, I mean, he's had an insane life.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either, because the details and the shit he says is to the point where I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound.
What's his name?
Too much.
Jason Vest.
I mean, some
That-
people.
His Instagram name is Poopy Turds McGee.
He would always talk about. I think he cut his hair when he
Yeah.
was here doing the mics. He had long hair, and he would always open with like a minute talking about his hair. And I don't think anybody ever thought it was funny.
Yeah, you know what's funny
I
is
personally found it very offensive.
I'm just remembering he
what did
commented
you
on
think was
one of the
offensive?
TikToks about how we were hating on Uncle Laser, and then I responded to his comment and it was like, "Oh, I got to stop hating."
What did you
Hating
think was
comment?
offensive?
Yeah,
To stop hating.
because we were talking about how Chris opened for Uncle Laser, and I said Uncle Laser he's not funny at all.
Yeah.
And then I posted that clip, and then Jason commented on it and said, like, Joseph is hating on Uncle Laser. He's a funny guy, like, whatever. And then I responded to that, and I said, I got to stop hating. Because I was just trying
I
to
agree
be
with
nice.
that. I don't think that hating is really going to help the podcast at all.
Yeah, it's
We do
not.
quite a bit of that. but
We
it
do
doesn't-
quite a bit of that. So I might cut some of that.
Yeah, we hate on like 6 to 10 people every month.
I mean, every episode.
Yeah, every episode.
I don't know, 3 to 4.
And it just makes us seem like divas.
A little
It
bit.
kind of does. I did kind of feel bad after the last one came out because we were kind of slamming Sarah Lynn.
Right.
We never said her name. The whole
No, we
episode.
said her name.
There it is. Oh, whoops.
I think I said her name.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, her name was said.
And,
It doesn't even matter.
And yeah, and also everyone knows who it is. Like everyone who watched the podcast knows who it is.
Yeah,
Right.
so you
Maybe.
still don't want to put it on air.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like after I put it out, I felt bad about it because I'm like, what if she watches that? She's not going
Let's
to.
just
But what if she watches
You also
this
don't
and
want
is
it on
like,
air that you're a flat earther.
let's just throw this whole diva stuff down the river, right?
Yeah.
For all of our 6 to
Right.
10 listeners that
Down
we
the
get,
river,
just
you know,
down the river,
No more.
this whole diva stuff.
Right. Yeah.
That's another Jewish thing. That's when you repent for your sins once a year. You do so by throwing breadcrumbs into
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, a bunch of other like
he's referencing Stephanie Ann.
I'm aware of that.
you fucking hate that. Everyone knows what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
What
just
about
had to say
Crowbar
the
Jones?
name.
Does Crowbar Jones know about that?
See, but we never shit on Crowbar Jones.
No, yeah, because
Crowbar Jones is a friend of the pod.
I know, but
He's a
like,
cool dude.
does he understand the context?
Probably.
Yeah.
the scene.
All right. Cut this. Send this directly to him,
Okay.
and there you go.
Wait, can you record that again, but
Done
address
deal.
Snow Roach?
Yeah. Snow Roach. Send that to Snow Roach too.
Okay.
All right, we got all 2 of our fans.
Yeah.
Cool.
He just liked my Instagram post, by the way, literally just now.
Are you actually going to cut all of that?
Maybe.
I guess I don't really care.
Who's he? Jason?
Snow Roach. Jason also
Snow Roach is a
post
fan.
too. Poopy Turds McGee.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, Lil Pete commented on our mic.
Yeah, Lil Pete.
Lil Pete?
Oh yeah, Lil Pete. Like,
What did he
he's blowing
say?
up. He just put like the hands emoji.
Hey.
Yo.
See, Lil Pete.
He
Pete,
was on-
friend of the show.
Yeah, the guy. One of the guys who's like in Andrew Schultz's crew. He has his own podcast, and he had Lil Pete on his podcast today.
Lil Skeet.
Yeah,
Okay.
We did it
One of
first.
Andrew Schultz's guys
yeah,
put Lil Pete on. Okay. All right.
yeah. Lil Pete.
They're doing things.
I left a comment, and I was like,
Roey's scheme is going to
Yeah.
backfire.
Yeah.
Lil Pete actually
no, but
does,
Roey was on the podcast with him.
okay.
Roey's his handler.
Dude, I got fucking banned from Reddit the other day.
Yeah.
Why?
What
What'd
did
you
you
do?
do?
I
Dude, we keep saying the same thing.
I'm
One
doing this. I was doing this character where I pretended to be like a lame Redditor, and what I wanted to do is have it like as like a months to year long
Go
like
undercover.
process.
Yeah.
Go undercover, but then fake a divorce and then have my life like fall apart. Where I like get on r/meth and I start talking about that stuff. But originally I was just like into the first post I made was "Am I the asshole?" Let me read you the "Am I the asshole?" post. They immediately saw it as fake, and then my account got banned. So let me show you.
It's so funny.
I know, isn't that hilarious? Let me read
That
you.
would be a good video, just like
Yeah.
accounting like a year's worth of fake Reddit posts.
Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for purchasing a collectible? Hey there, Redditors. First time posting on this sub, so cut me some slack if I'm not Redditing right. Anywhoosie, I, 13M,
Robs.
went to my local Comic-Con over the weekend and While I was browsing the Funko Pop section of a vendor's table, noticed an incredibly rare Funko, the SpongeBob SquarePants metallic variant, to be exact. Immediately, this caught my eye, especially at its comparatively low price at only $800. I grabbed it as soon as I could, but as I was walking up to the vendor, a young boy yelled to his mom, "I want that one." To say my feeling of impending doom was palpable would be an understatement. While on the one hand, I love to look after our younger folks in the collectible community, I also have to look out for these good deals myself. I pretended for a moment that I did not hear the young one, until his mother stopped me in my tracks. While I was approaching the vendor's desk with only a few steps left, she grabbed my arm and told me her son would like to purchase the item that was in my hand. I stammered for a moment in pure befuddlement as she continued to make her case. He's a child. SpongeBob is a children's show. There's no way you still watch that show. Etc., etc. I tried explaining to her that as a collector myself, I was able to recognize that this was a rare Funko, and maybe her child doesn't understand how valuable these are to our community. She looked confused as if I was speaking in a foreign tongue. When I finally said the magic word "no," she scoffed and stormed off without forgetting to make a comment about my weight, which I'm incredibly sensitive about. Despite this, I took the high road and neglected to give an equally, if not more, scathing critique of her appearance. After I paid the vendor for my Funko, he simply said, "Way to go, dude," in an incredibly sarcastic and demeaning tone. I can't help but think I should have stood my ground. Am I in the wrong, or are we living in freaking bizarro world?
Yeah, dude. Obviously, that got banned. That's the fakest post I've ever heard.
How old did you say you were at the very beginning?
38.
Okay. I thought you said 13.
Yeah, I thought
was
you said
that's
13
so-
too, and I was thinking that.
Again? What was that? Where's that from?
That was
Can you go over that
Reddit.
again?
Yeah, that was from Reddit. But no, isn't that funny? That was really funny.
You got too much time on your hands, brother.
Yeah, I got bored. I didn't work that day. But I got like 5 responses saying, "Not the asshole." And then one person was like, "This is a clearly fake story." And I was like, "No, I have the pictures of the Funko Pop to prove it. Do you think I was the asshole?" And then he finally seceded. He was like, "No, I don't think you were the asshole. You stood your ground." But then I got reported for it, and then they took it fucking down, and then I got my Reddit account banned.
So just start a new account.
Fucking bitches.
I know, but that just pisses me off. Like, you can't let me have
a more
any
believable
fun.
story.
How am I supposed to make that more believable?
Go to
Do a whole-
ChatGPT
don't
and
do a
just
whole
say,
book.
"Give me a believable story I can post."
But I want to be lame. I want the character to be lame.
So just base it off Lemonsack.
Yeah.
Based it off.
I'll literally show you.
Am I the asshole for wearing "I Heart My Boyfriend" sweatpants to an open mic? 21 years old. I'm an open
Base it off
mic.
Adam Fink.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for being a ginger?
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Ginger?
I thought that was
dude
a
sucks.
relatively believable story.
Adam Fink. Is
I
he?
thought that was a relatively believable story.
It is, but that was
It is,
way,
but you just threw in too much.
you made it way too zany.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to be like a relatable gay Redditor.
Why would you say
they don't talk
I anticipated she was going to say something about my weight?
No, she said something about my weight, which I am incredibly sensitive about.
Oh, okay. I thought she was going to say something.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, which I think is hilarious. Being like, "Oh," which I'm incredibly sensitive about. Like, you're not even going to re-quote what she said about your weight. You're just going to say, "She made an insensitive comment about my weight."
Okay,
That's
here's
hilarious.
What you do. Just start a new account and then start like 5 other accounts that are all going to comment on your main account.
Oh, yeah.
And then argue with yourself.
Yeah, argue with yourself.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
By the way, the Sam Tallent episode, I posted that one in the Adam Friedland subreddit, and they remembered you.
Yeah, I know. They did remember me.
Yeah.
Wait,
Why
why
the
post it in
fuck-
the Adam Friedland?
I don't know, dude.
What kind of comments did we get in there?
They were also not fans of us.
They
I don't
weren't
know
fans
what
of
we're
us,
doing.
but a lot of them weren't fans of Sam. Surprisingly, a lot of them were like, Sam seems like a super like passive aggressive, like annoying.
Which is
dude.
crazy because on the pod he's doing like a character off
That's
the
the thing,
pod.
because people were telling me that too. Like they thought Sam was being a dick to us, or that he was being like passive aggressive or didn't like us.
He was just embracing what the podcast
Yeah.
was for what it was. He was great.
He didn't like you, but
to everyone to all listeners, Sam Tallent was fantastic to us after
Yeah,
the
he was-
episode.
Yeah,
he
before
sat
and
for like
after, he is a sweet.
fucking
Yeah.
30 minutes, probably 40. We talked about just random shit, and he was there and he listened, and he was a fucking great guy.
yeah.
on the podcast, yes, he was an asshole because it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to like
He's
one of
just
his
fucking
shows,
with us.
like
Yeah.
he'll like recognize your face and like up and fucking like hug you and stuff.
Yeah. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Wait, I didn't know he didn't like you. What are you guys talking about? Is that just a
Are you
vibe?
doing a
Yeah, he was
bit?
just kind of shitting on me.
Yeah, no, like
Podcast.
You
during
shouldn't
the
on everyone.
episode,
Probably more
just a
than
lot of his
everybody
like,
else.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of his comments seem to be targeted at me.
I think because you're older, and I think that he was kind of, I feel like he could sense that you could take it. You know what I mean?
He was wrong.
I think he's just super anti-Semitic. There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it could have been
might
that
be it.
too.
I don't know.
It's a good thing
Because
you
I had
weren't
the
here for
worst
Racine
riffs of the
episode.
episode, and he wasn't really an asshole to me.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm younger, and I think he could sense I wouldn't be able
Sure.
to take it. You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. I didn't know if I should. I don't know how to respond. Like, do I throw it back to him or I don't know. I kind of froze up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
"Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. That was a really fun episode. So if you're saying
It
who's
was,
saying,
if
yeah.
you're gonna get shit on somebody, it may as
Yeah.
well be him.
Yeah.
At least you didn't get shit on by fucking Adam Fink.
Yeah.
He liked me.
Yeah, he did like
I
you.
think he liked you.
He
I don't
shook
think
everyone's
liked me
hand, but
either.
then hugged me. So what's up, boys?
Mike Racine liked me. I'm
Mike
the most
Racine liked
confident in Mike Racine liking me the most on that episode.
Yeah.
You should give him a call.
I should.
I think he hated all of us and hated the entire experience.
I think he was uncomfortable being here. He was.
No, I think
weird.
I think he liked
Uncomfortable.
me. I think he liked.
I think he liked you. The thing that sucks is that I have Mike Racine's phone number and I don't know what to do with it. Like, why do I
Sell
have this
it.
guy's phone number?
Nothing for now.
Did you?
I know nothing for
Did
now.
you
New
respond to
contest.
it?
Comment
Yo,
on
did you
every
respond
video.
to
Get
an
Mike
Instagram
Racine's
message?
number.
Who?
Did he respond to an Instagram message from you? Is that Mike?
Racine?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. I tagged him on something on Instagram and I don't think he responded to it.
Okay.
The only interactions we've had is that he didn't like the thumbnail and he asked me to take it down and put up a new one.
Okay. Well, then how did you reach out to him to get him on the pod?
Oh, that was through Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to ask to open for him or something. Like
I have his phone number. Just
Yeah.
call him.
I could. Yeah. Anyway.
Also, you're not going to New York anytime soon.
Yeah. For unknown reasons, I don't
Right.
want to go to New York. I don't want to leave the state for the, next
same
year.
reason.
Yeah.
By the way, we need to address this. No, we
Okay.
have to address this.
We have to address it.
We have to address this. A number of episodes of the Boiz have been taken down off of YouTube and Spotify. So and those were all great episodes and a lot of funny people on those episodes.
We have
They're
to bring him back.
not gone forever, but they are for the time being not.
Would it be
public.
too big of a pain in the ass to like just blur out?
It would, yeah, and I don't think I'd be able to do that.
I don't know why you removed the Spotify because
It's audio.
the audio's.
No, Spotify is video too.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. Anyway.
So wait, were you on the episode before I was a P-boy when I first came on? Were you on that episode?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, because I have a clip on my Instagram that has Joseph with like a.
Yeah, we're all right. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
So if you're wondering where your favorite episode went, that's probably
make it the Sam
Wild.
Tallent episode.
yeah. Make it the same.
That
Talent
that
episode.
got less views than I thought it would.
Yeah, it only hit 1,000 views yesterday, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I think it's the algorithm thing because it's way too viewed is the one with Tyler.
Yeah,
That one has so many views for no
that one
reason.
does have a ton. That one has probably I think 1,500
Which
views.
Tyler?
Yeah.
Listen,
No, Tyler Caldwell.
Yeah, but that was a funny episode
goes
though.
on that one.
That was an incredibly
I don't
funny
remember.
episode.
I don't remember Tyler Cole.
Not to say the Sam Tallent one wasn't, but I feel like we were all on our A game for the Tyler one.
Yeah, and we had that other guy here too.
Who's Tyler?
Well, we don't.
Yeah, I think a lot of it just has to do with the thumbnail, and I think because that episode I titled it like the Timothy Chalamet Bob Dylan movie.
Yeah.
and it's probably just because of relevance,
Yeah.
it boosted in the algorithm.
I think what you should do for our next big guest is for Sam Tallent. You could have done Sam Tallent talks about Kanye's divorce, just some random bullshit that doesn't happen in the video,
Yeah.
and
It'd
then
work for a short.
Well,
We should talk a lot about Kanye's divorce and put that as in the title.
Yeah, we already talked about
Yeah, so
the divorce, so you can make
put
that the
that in
title.
the
that'll be the title of this episode.
Yeah.
The P-Boys talk about Kanye's divorce.
Anybody
Hey,
else
pink
have
eye.
more to talk
Ain't nobody
about?
got time for that.
One of the clips on the clip channel from the Sam Tallent episode, the one that got the most views was Sam Tallent talks Joe Rogan versus Sam Hyde. That one it got like 2,500 views or something like that.
I want to see Joseph. I want to see you pregnant.
All right, it's soon. I'm working on it.
I want to see you walking around naked.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only for procreation.
Imagine
Right.
Joseph
No
with
other
just a
reason.
big
Time out.
naked
Are you
pregnant belly.
enjoying having sex?
Am I enjoying having sex?
Yes.
Are you like, ugh?
It's disgusting, dude. It's only for procreation.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're not getting any enjoyment out
I listened to
No,
the last episode
I
with
never-
Brandon.
Because that would
Your
be
dad
another
only
No,
believes
I
in
enjoy-
sex for
I enjoy
procreation?
sex.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
another purpose.
Christian.
Really? How'd you end up normal?
Did you call me normal?
You're not
Well, because
fundamentalist.
he could,
'Cause my
he was
mom's
from
cool.
the normal
Oh,
religion.
Okay.
He comes from the normal religion.
Oh, so your parents divorced or something?
Except for
It should be.
Oh, okay. So your mom's chill, your dad's not.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So they don't have sex then, really?
Not that I'm aware of.
How many kids do they have?
I'm my dad's only son. But my mom has kids with other dudes.
older than you.
Yeah. Like,
So mom, was she married before?
what
Wow.
are we talking about?
All right, let's not get into Lemonsack's
Wow.
heritage.
I can't, now I want to know. You have to do a
Let's just
episode
talk about
of
it
my
after the
podcast.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, no, we got some good guests coming up. He's doing coke now. Nick Rochefort
Sunglasses.
promised me we'll do a live sometime, so that'd
Did
be
he
pretty
pinky
cool.
promise?
No, but he told me to message him in 10 days and we'll get something scheduled. So
Nice.
yeah,
Message him at 9. Show him you're a go-getter.
yeah. So that'd be cool. We got some guys. I don't know. Listen. The Boiz is the #1 Michigan comedy podcast.
Metro. Yeah, probably Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
Well, Chubby Behemoth technically now is.
Yeah, that's a good point. We are sort of competing with Chubby Behemoth, but
We should
Oh, yeah,
slander
that's right.
Sam
Now
Tallent.
it's a Detroit-based podcast. Fuck. Yeah. All right. We're gonna have to put in some work, boys.
yeah,
Dude, should I try and get on Chubby Behemoth?
we could probably get on Chubby Behemoth, but
Yeah.
I'm just counting my blessings right now, so I'm not going to ask him for anything else until because I was like I want to do his show so bad,
Yeah.
but he did the podcast, and so I'm not going to be like, hey, can I also be on your
another
show?
favor?
Yeah, so I'm just going to wait for him to. I'm going to go to the show next week and hope he asks me to do a future show.
Okay.
Or in like 5 months, I'm going to be like, hey, so when am I going to be on the show? So
Good
I
strategy.
just want
Yeah.
Daddy to email me back.
yeah, Lemonsack, you're not going to be on the show.
Sam.
I keep watching episodes of Chubby Behemoth, like thinking he might talk about us.
Dude, I remember after the Mike Racine episode, I kept watching to see if Mike Racine would go on the Adam Friedland show and then talk about us.
Yeah. Yeah, I
there's
think
this-
about that
This
a
cute,
lot.
dope twink.
It's wishful thinking.
Yeah, it is wishful thinking, but you never know. I was
never
thinking,
know.
I was watching Lil Pete on that podcast, thinking because he told the exact same stories he told on the live
Wouldn't it
stream
be
with
funny
us.
if they were all fake?
They probably are, but he was also all right. What is going on?
Stop.
Hammer
Worry
time.
about yourself.
Dude, I want some of that burger.
Lil Pete.
I'm listening.
He told all the same stories
Don't tell
that
me
he
twice.
told on our podcast,
Yeah.
and so I thought, is he gonna say like I already said all this on the Boiz? You should go check them out, but he didn't say
No,
that.
that's
Yeah.
that's kind of.
He
It's his
probably
big moment.
forgot.
Lemon tea.
Yeah.
Throw it against this.
All
All right.
right.
You can make it.
This.
I only clipped his own.
Anyways, I want to eat. I haven't eaten anything today, so I want to go do
So that's how
that.
we're gonna close it out. Jeff
Yeah,
needs to
sure.
eat.
Yo, Yaari, throw it. I'm gonna
Oh,
see
but
if
we
I
got
can
some
hit it
big
into the-
plugs. We got some big plugs. Thursday, March 13th, the Good Boys of Comedy is back. We're going to be at Elephant & Co. in Royal Oak, Michigan.
My
It's gonna be
snout
a-
goes out to you.
It's not a snout, it's a trunk. Yeah, featuring myself, Matthew Lemonsack, Gabe Jervis. But he's been since Gabe's been fired, so who knows if he's going to be on that show. Headliner Ned Rice.
What time does it start?
7 p.m.
Oh.
The showcase starts at 7 p.m. Open mic starts at 8 p.m. So come watch us do comedy. If you don't want to watch us do comedy, you want to do some comedy, then come to the open mic and buy some food and beverage so that way they like us and they want to have us back.
Enjoy the veal, folks. Yeah. Enjoy the veal.
Yes.
They have veal?
No, they have pizza.
Oh.
Yep.
Do they have like elephant
veal on it?
Maybe.
Delicacies?
Elephant pizza?
Elephant pizza?
Ooh,
yeah, I wonder where the elephant comes from.
Ear pizza.
In Elephant & Co.
That'd be
Elephant
cool.
ear pizza.
Yeah.
Dessert.
What if it was an elephant queer?
Right.
If it was an elephant
what if
crepe,
it was
callback?
Elephant GBTQ?
All right.
And on that note,
Yeah.
I think it's an appropriate.
Yeah, the L in LGBTQ stands for elephant.
Elephant.
Yeah.
LGBTQ elephant.
L-effant.
Right. L apostrophe event. That's literally
The L in LGBT.
that's Gabe's black girlfriend's black ex-girlfriend's name.
Yeah. Wait. Wait.
Black women.
Natasha?
Should I air out some Gabe Jervis drama?
Fine.
He was telling me the other day, him and his girlfriend are arguing because his girlfriend spent $94 at New Way.
What the fuck did she spend $94?
Drinks, yeah.
What is she fucking getting?
Drinks?
Oh, this is another thing.
Maybe a lot of mozzarella.
People did not like. Listen, I was speaking hyperbolically when I said that I spent $50 at Taco Bell. I don't actually spend $50 at Taco Bell.
Well, why'd you say you spent $50 at Taco? Well,
because I was trying to prove a point.
You said the order that would have been $20
Yeah.
would currently be $50.
I was trying to prove a point.
What's a more accurate estimation of your current?
It's probably like closer to 30.
So your $20 order used to be 30. Is now 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, I don't spend $50 at Taco Bell. I understand that it's I don't. What is this?
Get my phone for plugs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, your phone's over there?
Yeah, there's no format to this podcast. I don't know how we're
there's
gonna
no format anymore.
Not sure as well.
Monetize it?
Huh?
Sorry, what, it needs form in order to be monetizable?
No, I don't know. I don't know if people.
Well, people need to like it.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
gotta like it.
Yeah,
but
well-
do people like things that don't have a form?
If we fucking say some entertaining things,
All right, cool.
there's no form to a.
You
No,
gay.
fuck.
gay.
What sound effect were you trying to play? Pass it. Matt, pass it. Lemonsack, no. Pass it, Lemonsack.
Oh shit. Oh shit. He's like Gaza. Oh shit.
What's going on? This is on body cam.
It's on regular cam too.
End of the episode.
Yeah, I think so. Matt, do you want to do your plugs or no?
Oh my god.
Oh wait, Matt, you have a show. Do you want to plug your show?
It's only for Jews.
Oh, okay.
Jews.
So our
March 13th.
audience,
It's the
Can
same
you
night.
get me on that show?
our audience will be able.
Oh, missed his fucking face.
I was just gonna throw it at him.
No, stop. Don't break anything.
Order in the court.
Order. All right. Oh yeah, that's true. It is the same night. So yeah, you're Jewish.
Same night
so
at the comedy.
if you're Jewish, then go see Matt do comedy. Lemon, do your plugs.
Oh,
Wait, keep hitting it. Hold on.
Lemon, he's got a boner.
That's why I'm so far down. The Boiz thing, March 13th. Yeah, yep. March 27th, Roast Battle, Troy House of Comedy. Before then, I think it's just a bunch of crumbly shows.
Yeah,
Oh,
those don't
can
count.
I plug something?
Yes.
It's going to be a really funny show. Everyone come out to Pizza Cat in Ann Arbor on March 13th. Funnier than any show that's going on that same day. It's going to be really good. More talented comics than you can ever imagine. I think I'm doing Sophie's Choice on March 20th at the Independent on Thursday.
Oh, March 20th?
Yeah, I think so.
He's already booking that far in advance?
Yeah, I think so. It was either 220 or 320.
How did he offered that to you?
Yeah, he offered.
What the fuck? That son of a bitch.
Some bitch.
Let me double check and see if it's 320.
Did you message him or he messaged you?
He messaged me.
What the fuck? Damn, dude.
Yeah, 320.
I hate him.
Dude, I spoke to him very briefly about it. I said you should put Gabe on, and then that was it. And he was like, "You're on my list too." And I'm like, "Well, that's sweet."
Yeah, he told us the other night that we're on his list. Has he talked to you about it?
Sorry, say it again.
You guys
Brett?
will get booked.
Brett
Solferino?
for
his show?
he mentioned it. He said he'll put us on it, but
Yeah, he said he'll put us on it, but Malachi is confirmed on it.
Yeah. Well, he's all he said was 320. Do you want to do Sophie's Choice? I said yes. So it's not confirmed.
No, that's confirmed.
if he gave you a date,
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make
isn't
you
it
guys
starting
feel
next
better.
week? Is that not?
Damn
No,
it!
it starts
No.
tomorrow or
Fuck.
Thursday, whenever.
Woohoo!
It starts on Thursday.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Brett Solferino, you're a great guy.
You called him the N-word?
What? No, I said
Wait.
Yeah, you just called him the N-word.
he's a great guy.
You keep calling him the N-word. I don't know why you're doing that.
The
Are
idea
you
of
done
him
with your
call-
plugs?
The idea of Matt.
Did you do your plug?
Yes, the idea of Lemonsack calling someone an N-word great
Come
guy.
see
is
me
really funny.
host at
It's perfect.
whatever that place is, that club that I'm hosting at, and
Gotcha.
Thursday in Lansing, Johnny Mockney, friend of the hey, don't break the camera. Anyways, this has been a P-Boys exclusive. This has been a P-Boys classic.
Oh, it's been a classic.
Can you put that on the soundboard? This has been a P-Boys classic. He just said the N-word again. He keeps saying the N-word.
Hold on, let me say it with sign language.
Whoa.
Why is that the N-word in sign language? Like,
else
go get my shit done? Is that what you're trying to say?
All right. Okay.
Should it be like that, like they're being whipped or something?
All right. Okay.
All right, big piece.
P-Boys #1. Out of the #1 Metro Trade Comedy Podcast, Big Neil.